welcome back to We Are Dreamers Network. My name is Glennis Hoffman, and today we're going to be going over how to fill out your I-131 form advanced parole application. Going over wearedreamersnetwork.org, you guys can visit this website and you guys can click the advanced parole guide. Once you guys get into the advanced parole, you guys will see that we have downloads, cover letter, the forms in Spanish and in English. Okay, on here there is a step-by-step how to do your advanced parole by yourself online. You guys are more than welcome to scroll through this and kind of take a peek at what we have and how to fill out the form. It gives you an example of a doctor's letter, birth certificates, basically what you need to do to have a successful advanced parole application. It will also go over how to make the payment to USCIS, exactly how to write it, and what type of forms of payment options you have. It also will tell you where to mail your advanced parole, which the advanced parole should only be mailing out to the Arizona lockbox. If you're going to be doing with the United Postal Services, you will be doing it to the Phoenix, Arizona office. And if you're doing it FedEx, UPS, or DHL, it will be Tempe, Arizona that will be sent to. The waiting time is currently 3 to 4 months, but it is subject to change with influx of applications. Okay, so let's go ahead and go over the form. All right, guys, so if you guys can see, this is the I-131 form I-131 application for travel document. The applicant here will be a current DACA recipient. They will input their last name, full legal name, address, A number, country of birth, country of citizenship. Class of admission will be DACA or C33. They will select their gender, female or male, their date of birth, U.S. Social Security number. Okay, and then on page 2, part 2, you will select 1D. I am applying for advanced parole document to allow me to return to the United States after temporary foreign travel. Then you will go to the bottom of page 2, part 3. Date of intended departure, you're more than welcome to put ASAP. If you need a specific dates, please make sure that you allow sufficient time frame so you do not get an RFE and be asked to provide new dates. Please make sure that you keep up with your case at all times, okay? Yes, you can leave it up to the USCIS officer and ask, for 365. The one thing that I do ask here is no matter how many days you guys request, please do not let it be anything less than 30 days. Anything less than 30 days, I do not like, because you guys are not giving yourself flexibility to be able to act in case something happens. Not that I'm, wishing anything bad on nobody, but you definitely want to be prepared and have time frame to move around in case your advanced parole document is stolen, or maybe you can't go those dates and you have to push it back 2 weeks. Definitely you won't be able to do so if you ask for anything less than 30 days. I think for a humanitarian purpose, like visiting a grandma, 3 months should be the minimum you guys should be asking, 90 days, so that way you guys can have that flexibility to get that advanced parole and make those travel plans accordingly. On 3A, are you or any person included in this application now or application now in exclusion, deportation, removal, or recession proceedings? It should be no. 4A, have you ever been issued a reentry permit or a refugee travel document? This is actually a very common question that I get, because a lot of people think that because some people have done advanced parole sometimes more than once, that they mean, or that means that, or previously, that means that here the answer will be yes. The answer is not going to be yes. The answer is still going to be no, because it is very specifically asking to a reentry permit, which is not advanced parole, or a refugee travel document, which again, it's not advanced parole. Once you hit no on 4A and 3A, you go to page 3, part 3. Where do you want this travel document sent? You do want it to send to the address shown in part 1, which is that first address that you input here. So make sure that your address is inputted in correctly. You do not want to have your advanced parole going somewhere that it shouldn't be. DACA recipients are required to fill out part 4. Purpose of trip, provide one of the qualifying 3 reasons: the humanitarian purpose, educational purposes, or work-related purposes. You guys are more than welcome to provide a little bit more detail than that, though. If you guys want to say, I want to visit my sick grandma who has diabetes, or I'm going to a conference for work, you definitely can. On 1B, you will put all the places that you intend to visit. For example, Mexico, Guatemala, Canada, wherever it is that you're going, you will list that on here. You definitely can list layover countries, but it's not required. However, please, the only thing we do ask is that if you do have a layover in a country that you did not list here that you intended to visit, that you do not leave the airport. We have not had that happen yet, but we're actively trying to not have that happen ever. On part five is not for you. And you go to page 4, part six is not for you as well, and part 7 is for you. Okay. It says on a separate sheet of paper, explain how you qualify for an advance parole document and what circumstances warrant the issuance of advance parole. Include copies of any documents you wish to consider. See instructions. This is where your cover letter comes in. This is where this letter that we have on our website comes in. This is the extra sheet of paper explaining why you're needing advance parole and all the evidence that you're sending to back up your need for the advance parole, okay? On here it says how many trips do you tend to use this document. For the most part, people will only be able to do it once. I have some people go for more than one trip. I even have some people just select more than one trip to see if they're given the multiple entries. Um, you guys are more than welcome to put more than one trip if you guys are wanting multiple entries. If the officer feels like your evidence that you're sending is not sufficient enough for more than one entry, you will just be given a single entry advance parole document. So worst case scenario, they give you one instead of multiple, okay? So mark one, pick one, and go to part 8. Part 8, I am requesting an employment authorization document, EAD, upon approval of my new Operation Allen's Welcome OAW period of parole. No, that's not for you. Then on page 5, you just read part 9 and you sign by your hand, okay, by pen. Like, do not sign it on the computer. You date it and you put your phone number, okay? You date it and your phone number. After that, nothing else is needed here. Just make sure, like I said, that you have that cover letter that we have on the website ready for you, so that you guys can have the basically this will be your checklist to kind of show immigration what you're sending, like you're sending your payment, your travel document, your passport photos, copy of your employment card, social, passport, and DACA approval letter. And then if you're doing, for humanitarian purposes to see your mother-in-law, then you put it on here what you're sending. Um, just remember that if you're wanting to find out a different reason, this documents will change depending on the reasons that you're doing. What reasons qualify for advance parole? Here are the reasons: humanitarian, work, educational. Some examples are on our website, and of course, it goes into a little bit more detail about what you guys can do. Um, you guys can do more than one reason in your application. This will tell you what forms you need to submit this. On here, we also have that form that we just went over on the actual guide, so that way you guys can have it on both places, but you guys are welcome to use either as long as you guys are able to do it on your own. Your evidence, an example of a doctor's letter, the letter to write, which is this one, which is, again, we have them all up here for you to download. And again, the form, it's also in Spanish, how to fill it out. So if you guys need it in Spanish, we got you. I mean, it's not going to be a problem. Lo tenemos completamente en total en español para que ustedes puedan hacer sus propios documentos solos. No, no es necesidad de pagar nada. But yes, guys, welcome to our website. We hope that this is a good resource to you guys. And I am very excited to see where our future goes. So thank you so much for all your support. If you guys are needing any further assistance with Advance Pro, our website will be the best place to be at. But we also have the Facebook group, We Are Dreamers Network, where you guys can join and we can help you guys out. Thank you.